little bit of a serious question.
Okay.
The NFL has been asking some of the candidates about their orientation.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
I think it's a good thing. You will find that somebody will come out and say that they're, whatever the situation is. And I think it's a good thing. I think the more you grow as a person, as an individual, you become secure with who you are.
This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a tape that tries to make me look guilty.
The internet is straight up going wild after 50 Cent allegedly spilled some deep secrets about Shannon Sharpe, and this whole situation is messy. It all started when a woman known online as Gabby, or Carly from OnlyFans, dropped a $50 million civil lawsuit on April 21st, 2025, accusing Shannon of serious misconduct during their 2-year relationship. She's claiming emotional trauma, multiple incidents, and says Shannon's fame made him reckless.
Hey, the shit that he planned don't work, I'm gonna come up with something.
Shannon didn't waste a second before clapping back, calling the whole thing a setup. He said the relationship was totally consensual and accused Gabby of trying to cash out now that his money's grown. But that wasn't the end. Not even close. Shannon started pointing fingers at big-time lawyer Tony Busby, accusing him of running what he called a smear campaign against powerful black men. Shannon even claimed Busby pulled similar moves before, allegedly trying to stir trouble with Jay-Z too. He warned fans that Busby was planning to leak a short, edited clip of an alleged tape just to make him look guilty and push a racial stereotype. Wild, right? And Shannon wasn't backing down either. He said he's ready to counter-sue for defamation and take this fight all the way to court. But once that lawsuit hit the press, everything started falling apart fast. ESPN quickly told Shannon to step back from his regular First Take appearances and other shows, supposedly to focus on his legal drama.
Here's the final stop of the day. Total Wines. See the line started over there. My last stop of the day. We got up early, had a late night. We don't do excuses here. We just get the job done because this is what we signed up for.
Fans online aren't buying ESPN's excuse one bit. They think Shannon's suspension was all about protecting the network's image. And honestly, the timing couldn't look more suspicious. This lawsuit dropped right after Shannon locked in a massive new multi-year deal with ESPN that was supposed to level him up across TV and digital media. Perfect timing for a takedown, right? People are seriously wondering if someone's trying to sabotage his rise, just as he's getting more power and attention. But that lawsuit? It's only one part of the chaos. Because now, the old rumors about Shannon's sexuality are back and louder than ever.
Shannon should just step out with his boyfriend and let people know I'm bisexual, but this is who I'm with. And every now and then I experience my wild side.
You think he's a zest monster?
I definitely think he's bisexual.
These whispers have followed him for years, but this time they're tied to a certain stylist, Hollywood Mugler. And Mugler isn't just any stylist. He's loud, proud, and always in the spotlight. The man's got a bold, flashy style and a personality that owns every room he walks into. Shannon and Mugler started popping up everywhere. Courtside at Lakers games, airport terminals, even rocking matching designer fits.
When Unc said he want to date younger men, they killed me. What they said, what the women, what? Yeah, what I said, I want to date younger women. What I said? Oh, when I want to date.
The vibe between them got people talking nonstop. Some fans said it looked purely business, like a tight fashion collab, but others are convinced there's something deeper going on. That's when social media detectives went full FBI mode, digging deep into Mugler's past and realizing this wasn't just any stylist. This is the same dude who went viral years ago for exposing former NFL player Kerry Rhodes as allegedly being on the DL. That scandal was explosive back then. Photos leaked online showing Mugler and Kerry looking way more than friendly. At first, Kerry had tried to play it cool in interviews, talking calmly about acceptance in the league, but notice this, he never denied the rumors. Then those photos hit the internet and all hell broke loose. Mugler didn't hold back either. In one interview, he said flat out, Kerry Rhodes is gay and that's good. That one line alone turned social media into chaos and stuck to Kerry's name for years. Later on, Mugler even admitted they were in a full-on relationship, and that's when people realized something big. Mugler isn't afraid to expose anyone who crosses him. So when fans caught Shannon Sharpe hanging out with that same guy, everyone's radar went off instantly. People online started whispering like crazy. The same man who outed an NFL player is now styling one of sports media's biggest stars? It looked way too suspicious for comfort. Before long, rumors started flying that Shannon had even fired his longtime stylist of 20 years just to bring Mugler into his circle. And that move had everyone thinking, is this business? Or is there something deeper going on? Fans were flooding the comment sections like wildfire. Everybody had something to say. One person wrote, "You mean to tell me Shannon dropped his OG stylist for a dude that doesn't even style him?" Another chimed in, "A real stylist upgrades your drip, not just tags along to games." The takes got wilder by the minute, with some even saying Mugler was being treated more like a boy toy than an actual employee. People started side-eyeing every single photo. They were like, who sits courtside with their stylist? The whole internet basically turned into a courtroom overnight, picking apart every interaction, every outfit, every look, trying to figure out if Shannon was hiding something or if he was just living his truth in peace. But once Shannon and Hollywood Mugler split, oh, that's when the drama really exploded. The breakup wasn't silent, not even close. Word started spreading that Mugler began spilling tea all over social media, painting Shannon in a whole new light. Insiders said Mugler felt hurt and betrayed, and instead of walking away quietly, he came for blood. He allegedly started dropping cryptic posts and subtle hints about private details that had everyone thinking he was about to expose Shannon, the same way he once did Kerry Rhodes. And just like that, fans were split again. Some saying Mugler was just chasing clout, trying to keep his name buzzing off Shannon's fame, while others believed it was personal, payback for getting cut off too quick. Either way, Mugler wasn't holding back, and before anyone could blink, talk of a leaked tape started heating up the internet. That's when things went from messy to absolutely insane. Mugler came out swinging, claiming that Shannon's leaked tape wasn't some random accident at all. He went online blasting, "Accidentally going live? When you gotta open the app, swipe right, swipe left twice, and hit the button. That's insanely impossible." That post alone blew up the internet overnight. Fans started digging like detectives again, rewatching old clips and live streams, trying to figure out if Shannon had really slipped up, or if he'd planned the whole thing himself. People started floating a wild theory. What if Shannon did it on purpose to shut down all the rumors once and for all, but the move backfired? Crazy, right? But this is social media. Once a story catches fire, there's no stopping it. Even after Shannon cut Mugler off completely, the whispers wouldn't die. Photos started popping up of him chilling with another man, and boom, a brand new wave of gossip exploded. Every time Shannon tried to move on, another scandal came flying right behind him. Eventually, he fired back hard, saying all those rumors were pure lies. He said, just because he works with or hangs out with someone gay doesn't mean he is, and that people were reaching too far, twisting innocent moments into something dirty. But by that point, it was too late. The story already had legs and was running wild across every social platform. And just when people thought it couldn't get messier, guess whose name popped up next? 50 Cent. Word started spreading that 50 had receipts, proof of Shannon's alleged DL activities. Nobody knows if it's real or just internet smoke, but one thing's for sure. Once 50's name got involved, the drama went from hot to straight up nuclear. 50 Cent never misses a shot when there's drama in the air. That man lives for it. His whole brand is built on exposing people and clowning them in front of millions. We've all seen it. Remember how he dragged Diddy nonstop online? Same savage energy, just aimed at a new target this time. And fans were quick to point out that 50's always had strong opinions about dudes in Hollywood or the music scene who he thinks act a little sus. So when his name got linked to Shannon's situation, the internet went wild. People were like, oh yeah, 50's definitely gonna have something to say. And sure enough, whispers started flying that this whole new leak and rumor storm might actually be part of 50's bigger revenge mission. Let's not forget, 50 and Diddy have been beefing for years, with 50 accusing him of everything from shady money moves to weird personal behavior. Fast forward to now, and it feels like he's spinning that same playbook again, targeting another high-profile man caught up in rumors about his private life. Whether it's personal, strategic, or just him trolling for clicks, nobody can say for sure. But fans swear 50 saw an opening and jumped in quick while Shannon's name was already hot in the headlines. Still, there's another side to all this madness. A growing number of people online are starting to wonder if Shannon's really being exposed, or if he's being targeted. He's a self-made powerhouse, from NFL legend to ESPN personality to building his Club Shay Shay podcast empire. The man's got sponsorships, brand deals, and a loyal fan base that respects his hustle and honesty. So maybe, just maybe, this isn't about scandal. It's about trying to tear down another successful black man who made it on his own terms. When the lawsuit and the rumors dropped almost back-to-back, fans started connecting the dots fast, saying this looked way too coordinated to be random. Some were convinced it was all part of a bigger setup, posting things like every time a successful black man gets close to major money, they try to take him down. Others called it straight up what it looked like, a smear campaign designed to wreck Shannon's image, crash his brand, and strip away his independence. The online whispers quickly turned into full-blown conspiracy theories. People were saying that big media execs weren't happy about how much power Shannon had gained with his own platform. They noticed how his Club Shay Shay podcast was pulling in wild numbers, sometimes outperforming the very networks he used to work for. So, when the lawsuit, the stylist chaos, and the so-called leaks all hit at once, fans were convinced something shady was definitely going down behind the scenes. But not everyone was buying that angle. Some folks argued that Shannon kind of brought some of this energy on himself by surrounding himself with people who chase clout and crave attention. They said he let the wrong people get too close. And now he's paying the price for it. Either way, it didn't matter what side people took. Shannon's name was drenched in scandal, and the internet couldn't get enough. What started as one simple lawsuit had now snowballed into a full-blown digital circus. A wild mix of legal drama, personal rumors, and celebrity chaos that had everyone watching like it was their favorite reality show. Fans who once saw Shannon Sharpe as a respected sports legend and sharp-talking TV voice are now watching him get dragged into one of the messiest gossip storms the internet's seen in years. But this isn't just about one scandal. It's about power, fame, and how fast the internet can flip on you the second your name starts trending for all the wrong reasons. Some fans are still riding for him, saying he's being unfairly targeted and used as a pawn in some bigger game. But others aren't so sure. They're saying there's just too much smoke for there not to be a little fire somewhere. And the biggest question everyone's screaming right now, did 50 Cent really leak Shannon's secrets? Or is this just another one of 50's wild troll missions gone too far? We all know how 50 moves. Cryptic posts, shady captions, inside jokes that hit way too close to home. He's the king of online chaos. Just look at his track record. He's dragged Irv Gotti, Young Buck, and even Diddy before, using slick wordplay and perfect timing to make the internet lose its mind. Now that Shannon's name is trending everywhere, fans are convinced 50's doing what he does best. Sitting back, laughing, and waiting for the perfect moment to drop whatever receipts he's holding. But not everyone's buying it. Some think this might just be another social media illusion. No proof, just loud rumors getting boosted by the algorithm and folks hungry for drama. Still, when 50 Cent is in the mix, anything's possible. Meanwhile, Shannon's doing everything he can to keep his career from going up in flames. He's still off ESPN for now, focusing on his legal defense and serious damage control, while his Club Shay Shay brand tries to keep pushing forward through all the chaos. Shannon's been keeping his lips sealed about all the rumors, staying focused on his message, that this is nothing but a setup meant to break him down. But staying silent on the internet doesn't always work. In fact, it usually backfires. Every new photo he posts, every little caption, even how he stands in interviews gets picked apart like it's part of some detective case. Some people say he's too calm for a man under fire, while others think he's just trying to protect his brand and not give the gossip any more fuel. Either way, the pressure is unreal. And then there's Hollywood Moogler, right in the middle of it all, still stirring the pot from the sidelines. He's been dropping shady, cryptic captions like, "Truth always comes to light," and "You can't hide forever." That kind of energy only made fans believe there's even more leaks waiting to drop. Some gossip pages even claimed Moogler's been contacted by blogs offering straight-up cash for exclusive info. And if that's true, things could get even uglier real fast. It's pure chaos. And if even half of what's floating around online is real, Shannon might be facing way more than just a courtroom battle. But a growing number of fans are calling this what it looks like, character assassination in full effect. They're saying Shannon's being targeted because he got too powerful, too independent, and too successful on his own terms. Think about it. He broke free from traditional TV, built his Club Shay Shay podcast from the ground up, and started pulling massive celebrity guests while creating viral moments that even the big sports networks couldn't compete with. That kind of independence makes people nervous. And now, out of nowhere, he's buried under lawsuits, rumors, and leaks. Something about this whole situation just doesn't feel accidental. A lot of people are calling this whole thing a setup, plain and simple. One user commented, "They're trying to do Shannon the same way they've done other successful black men. Build him up, then tear him down." Another wrote, "The second he gets close to that $100 million podcast deal, boom, here come the scandals." It's a pattern people online swear they've seen too many times before. But not everyone's buying the smear campaign story. Some fans think Shannon just slipped up, that fame started clouding his judgment and he let the wrong people into his circle. They're saying he ignored the red flags, especially when it came to hanging around Hollywood Mugler, a man already known for outing celebrities and stirring controversy. Critics argue that if Shannon really wanted to stay drama-free, he would have moved smarter, kept his business tight and his personal life private. Others point out that his confidence and natural charm, the same traits that made him shine on TV, might have made him underestimate just how fast the internet can twist a story. One thing's for sure, this whole situation has completely changed how people see Shannon Sharpe now. The internet is divided right down the middle. Half of the fans are screaming that Shannon's being targeted, a powerful black man being punished for leveling up too far and becoming too independent. They say the system always finds a way to humble someone once they start building their own empire. But the other half thinks the truth cuts deeper, that maybe Shannon's own choices finally caught up to him, and that he let ego and fame blind him to the snakes in his circle. Still, there's one thing everybody agrees on. This story is far from over. Between 50 Cent allegedly lurking in the shadows with receipts, a bitter ex-stylist tossing shade online, and a $50 million lawsuit still in motion, the Shannon Sharpe saga is turning into one of the biggest internet dramas of the year. And every day, something new drops. New screenshots, new rumors, new theories. It's wild. Whether this ends in Shannon's redemption or a full-on downfall, only time will tell. But one thing's clear, fame can flip on you fast. One day you're celebrated for your grind and success, and the next, you're trending for all the wrong reasons. Shannon went from being one of sports TV's most respected voices to one of the most talked about names in entertainment, but not for his takes or talent, for the chaos surrounding his name. What do you think? Is Shannon being set up, or is he finally facing the consequences of his own moves? Drop your thoughts down below because this story's just getting started. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the wildest celebrity drama and the real talk straight from the streets. I'll catch you in the next one, and trust me, you won't want to miss it.